Hi everyone, it's Sean here from mindpossible.com, and I'm getting a lot of comments lately that people don't have enough time to put into the training program that I developed. So this video is an attempt to teach you telekinesis as fast as possible in a way that you can learn right now in just about 5 or 6 minutes. So if you want to try with me, all you need is something like a cork or a piece of soap, a needle to stick into it, and then a little piece of tin foil that you fold over in half that you can just place right on the needle so it balances just like that. And you'll see as I speak that this piece of tinfoil is going to move around because of the wind that I'm blowing out, and that's fine. You can ignore that for now. So what I'm going to try and do is teach you how to feel the energy and then use your body to generate some type of energy, because we're not quite sure what a telekinetic effect is, what it comes from in the body. But I'm going to use some breathing methods here, and if you're sitting down, just take a moment to feel your body, be comfortable, but don't be slouching, sit up straight, and put your hands on your tummy. We're going to breathe a little differently for this exercise. So right now, see if you can take a deep in-breath, feeling your stomach expand, and then as you exhale, your stomach contracts. It goes inward just a little bit. So again, deep breath in, breathing out, your stomach relaxes. So breathing this way is different than a normal breathing. We might just breathe into the chest like, if you're breathing that way right now, it needs to change. So put your hands on your stomach, deep breath in. And see if on the in-breath you can feel the pressure going all the way down to the bottom of your body, to the perineum even. Feeling the pressure all in this region. And then as you exhale, the pressure releases and your stomach moves in just a little bit. Now let's do this again, and we're going to just pause in between the in-breath and the out-breath. Ready? So deep breath in, feeling the tummy expand. And when you're holding it, you're not clenching with your throat. You're not trapping the breath down here. You're just holding your stomach out. Notice how your mind relaxes and it slows down a little bit when you're holding the breath. And then exhaling. See if you can exhale all the way. Squeeze out the air and then hold the breath at the end. And then breathe in. Hold it, and then breathe out. So those of you who've studied energy work or worked with prana or chi or anything like that, especially in Taoism, you'll understand the relationship between the in-breath and the out-breath and how that works with positive and negative energies, with yin and yang. So that, I think, that's my theory, that it has something to do with the telekinetic effect. So what we're going to do next, we're just going to set that breathing exercise aside, and now that you have your object in front of you, what we want to do is sense how close our hands need to come for them to have an effect on the piece of tinfoil. And see, if I blow on it, you can see it moving that way. And you might want to blow on yours so it moves a little bit. And you'll notice that when your hands come close enough, there'll be this natural response from the object. It'll either stop moving, or it might move in the opposite direction, or it might start wobbling a little bit. So you want to look for this as you bring your hands closer together. So start with your arms far apart, and just see what happens as you bring them closer together. Look at mine. See if you can notice the time when my hands have an effect. Okay, right about here, it seemed to make it stop, and now it's starting to turn a little more directly. Do you see that? And now you might say, well, Sean, you're breathing, you're talking. Of course your breath is moving it around right now. That's not your hands. So that's why I have this. I'm going to put this over my face, and if you have something at home to wrap around your face, you might want to pause the video and get it and cover it up, and make sure there's no wind in the room, that you've closed all your windows and doors. Okay, so now I've covered my face, and let's start over again. Hands out here, bring them in until we sense that there's an effect on the object. Okay, right there where it stopped for a moment, I think that's my range. And what I'm going to do now, even though it's still moving, that's totally okay, because we're going to make it move on purpose. So take a deep breath in. Hold it. And then deep breath out. And then breathe normally. So what we want to do here is keep your attention on the object. Don't try and do anything else with your hands. Don't try and push energy out of them. Don't do anything. We're just bringing them close so that the field of your body comes closer to the object. So don't pay attention too much to the hands after you've found the range. What you want to do then is just keep your attention on the object with the intention, the silent intention, for it to move. And don't bother worrying about what direction it's going to spin in. Doesn't matter at this point. What you are going for is just some basic movement. And what you'll see now is we're going to do some in-breaths and out-breaths that it might start to have a rhythm that correlates with the in-breath and the out-breath. So let's see. Just keeping your intention on the object for it to move, looking at the details of it, having a relationship with it, and then doing the breath work. Okay. So coming closer together until we sense that we might have an effect on it. Good deep breath in. Holding. And then exhale. I'm just going to breathe normally a couple times here. And just see how the object starts to respond to your body. I'm going to do some in-breaths and out-breaths now. Breathing in. Breathing out. And as you keep doing this, see what happens when you hold your breath a little longer than normal and really put your attention on the object. Sometimes more movement happens while you're holding your breath than when the breath is moving in or out. So let's try that. Take a couple normal breaths, deep breath in, and then hold it and put your intention on the object. Breathing out. You can try bringing your hands out further away, removing the angle of the hands. So, if you think, well, it would move that way anyway, because there's wind in the room, let's just do this to test it out. I'm going to put the glass cover on. We'll just give it a moment. Then I'm going to put my hands on the glass. We'll see if it has an effect. I'm still using the breathing method. We'll try with the hands a little further away from the glass. Okay, so there we have it. So there you go. That's the fastest lesson I can give into teaching telekinesis. Just a few minutes long, takes a little experimenting. You don't have to use the glass. That was just to prove that it wasn't the wind in the room. But it's about learning how to breathe into your belly, how to hold the breath in between, just sensing when your body has an effect to the proximity, and putting your awareness on the object, but not pushing with the mind. It's got nothing to do with forcing something out of your third eye or anything like that. There's no straining, just some easy breathing, holding the breath, and putting the intention on the object. And as you see in my other videos, there are other things that can happen with telekinesis. So, and if you're successful with this, please listen to the full telekinesis training program that I have on mindpossible.com or on my YouTube channel. And if you want other people to see this, if you want humanity to benefit from telekinesis, please share this video, subscribe to my channel, and share it with anyone you'd like. Thanks.